Hello and welcome back to the Jaffa Factory Tech Overload. We are here for episode number 22, I believe, back in our wonderful Jaffa Factory world. Now, last episode we had a big issue here. We ran out of redstone. So today I want to set up firstly auto-crafting for redstone, nice and easy, it shouldn't be too hard, and also start looking into, building everything together up here for our production line. Now, the way to get started into this, I don't even really know. Let's just get going and see what happens. So, firstly, I am going to... let's add the redstone auto-crafting. So, thankfully, because of our iron farm situation, we get quite a few poppies. Now, poppies make red dye. Red dye and smooth stone make redstone. So we need to just basically teach our crafting area this. So we need to be firstly teach this that we can cook cobblestone into stone and then stone into smooth stone. So the best way to do that, I suppose, is just to whack a half a stack into here. Let that do its thing. Get some stone. There you go, it's there. Cook a couple of those off. In here. And make smooth stone. I believe that's how you make smooth stone, right? Unless it's like 4 normal stone. I think it is. Yes, it is. Perfect. So, firstly, I want to teach this that processing 1 cobblestone is equal to 1 stone. 1 stone is equal to 1 smooth stone. Like that, and then from there I think we can just go. Can poppies be pulverized for more? No. How can I get the most out of these? Is it going to be crushing or milling, basically? There's a chance for green dye out of that as well, which we are using, but no, it would be just an enrichment chamber is the best way to do this. Do we set up a second line, or do we have enough? I think we want to maximize everything we're using, right? So we should probably get another enrichment chamber, maybe even an enriching factory if we can do that, if we can afford that. Let's make an enrichment chamber. Then an basic enriching factory. If we get an advance, have we got the stuff for an advance? Not quite. How do I get these? Can I make these? I can. Advanced enriching factory. We're now 1 infused alloy down. Right, let's go back inside and go and make some infused alloy. Because that's nice and easy to do. It's just our enrichment chamber through here. Oh, I struggle with the door there. And some iron and redstone. There we go. So you can see I made a bunch of redstone, but I want to be able to do it automatically. Oh, we've already got some in here. That's even better. So I think I already left the stuff in the crafting terminal, didn't I? So I won't have it accessible. So let's go and grab it here. If I didn't, well, it's a wasted trip, but it is all fine. No, I did. Okay. So it's not called enrichment. It's fused alloy, isn't it now? Yeah. Fused alloy there. And I don't think we can be able to go higher than that. So I reckon just want a universal cable and a crafter. That's going to be the other thing that's going to be a nightmare. So this to make a crafter for us. Thank God we don't have to do that by hand anymore. And a chest. Ooh, I don't know what I pressed there. Just a chest like that. That'll do it. So then a universal cable. Have I got any of the better ones? Yeah, I've got some advanced. What else do we need in here? Well, let's put these back in. These are getting in the way. Let's actually teach these to that. I forgot to do that. So this is the smelting one. There we go. And what else do we need from here? So it's just going to be what are they called now? Logistical transporters, right? Let's do that. So I believe what I should be able to do here is boom, boom. Then we'll just set, so that is an input, that is an output. That works. So on can I set it to, I set it to auto eject, but I can't get it to pull in automatically. So Well, I can pull it into a chest. I don't know the best way to do it right now. Let's just do this. Is that going to break all this, isn't it? Okay, just a second. Right, crafter. So I guess it's still making that because I just went and ruined the thing it was doing. Is it because I... Oh, no, that's a crafting grid. There you go, crafter. Okay. So we can take that out here temporarily. Put this in place. And there you go. Everything should connect up again. And then we will get a logistical transporter. Tell that I don't want any connections here. And to pull out of there. And then it will just be logistical transporter here. It's already set to eject, but then to pull out of there. And that should allow us to use a basic enrichment factory. Let's set it, sorry, advanced enrichment factory. Set that to auto sort. And in theory, we can now teach this that one poppy, so processing, one poppy is equal to, can I have to just do this, 2 dye. So put that into here. And then, in theory, we should have everything we need to do to teach it that redstone is just like that. There we go. So yeah, so we teach that into the main system here. Let's put it like with the... There you go, that can go into there. So now, in theory, we've got 2,204 in there right now. If I go to... display, only craftables. Add another, I don't know, 1,000? We're using an awful lot. 250 poppies, a bunch of stone, and it should make 1,000 in theory. See how that goes. Is it going to go up? Let's just keep watching for a second. It shouldn't take long for it to process some of these. So, what's going to probably take time is putting these back through. We will keep an eye. 22, 24. Is that going to go up? Maybe not just yet. No, it's probably waiting for the other bits to finish, which is fair enough. There you go, 2252. Yeah, it's going up. We've managed to auto-craft redstone, which is a massive help for us because it was an absolute nightmare before running out all the time. Such an easy recipe, but it just was a pain. So from there, what else are we needing to do? We need to look into our systems over here. So between the last episode and this one, I have just left the server logged on for a little while. So we've got a bunch of cows. I put a bunch of the eggs back through, but the chickens don't seem to be growing up, some of them, I think. Well, I think it's because of entity cramming. They are definitely full. You can see some chickens started to die, which wasn't ideal. But we're getting a load of eggs, which is lovely. That's what we need. And over time, of course, I will expand that chicken farm. But just to begin with, that's going to be helpful to us. These feeding troughs are empty. Is that for any reason? Is it not producing wheat? Or are they just eating that much? It's possible they're eating so much it just can't keep up. Let me find out. Is it still feeding those? Yeah. So still feeding these ones. It just can't actually fill the others. Okay, that's fine. We'll leave that for now. They seem to be keeping over that side anyway. I'm not too worried. So, our world is slightly coming together. But there's a lot of things that just aren't quite working right. I want to finish that system. I do believe I already set those to auto-craft. So we should have the importers we wanted. We do. We're going to need to set them to whitelist. It's called sugarcane. Have I got any in here to be able to... Oops, sugarcane. I have got some. Perfect. I will need to grab some cables. Actually, I don't have those on me, do I? But in theory, should be able to just set those to import sugarcane, so it takes the extra ones that are in here. It's a long process, but it should hopefully do what we need it to do. So I'm not too worried about the cables just yet, actually, because we don't want them to connect into the system. So we want to whitelist sugarcane for every single one of them. Whitelist sugarcane. Whitelist sugarcane. It's such an awkward, long process, but it will be all worth it in the long run. In the meantime, I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Do let me know how you're doing down in the comments below. I'm always interested to read the comments when I get some. It's a lovely time. It means that you guys are enjoying the videos enough to say something. So yeah, thank you. We've had a lot of really positive ones recently. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. I am almost done here. We go whitelist, and then for this one, whitelist. There we go. So let's get some cables. I don't have my potatoes on me again, do I? I keep doing that. So, firstly, baked potatoes, and then I need cable. That should be, no, it's probably not enough to get over to the other cable, right? So let's make some more. Another like stack. I don't know if it needs anything crafted from, oh no, it's all good. It's probably gonna need to cook some things off. But actually this seems done. Have we added another 1,000 redstone already? Not quite. How is it doing with that? Oh, it's still just processing the poppies, that's it. Oh wow, that's actually really fast. So, these potatoes, get those gone. That's an important part, and up we go over here. So, cables, firstly let's just run those over here to connect that lot. And I'm hoping that this is then going to work. I haven't tested it. Usually I test a lot of the contraptions we end up making in my test world, but you know, I didn't think too of this one as such. I thought, it would be simple. And of course, it's always those that you think are going to work that don't. But yeah, I think you can do it like this actually, can't you, with this? I don't know what mod adds this. It's like it being a Bedrock version. I really hate that. But it works well for me here. So that, in theory, should now get that working again. Yeah! There we go. I still never added that last deployer here, did I? Let's go grab one. We're going to be needing that. Deployer just there. Need to give it one of these cobble. Oh, that means we need another importer. We got one. Yeah, we got sugarcane. Perfect. So in theory, it should be as simple as doing... Nope, not that. We really need to work on our flight method. I think we can do that quite easily, though. Can I do this? Yeah, so... Send that to attack. And get some cobblestone to attack with. And then that'll only do it once because it's got... sugarcane. However, we teach this to whitelist sugarcane. That's now not got any cobblestone, has it? Perfect. Give it another one. That worked. There you go. Oh, I'll give it all 9. I only wanted to give it 1. There we go. So that should keep this working, hopefully. I don't know why I've put an importer, actually, if I'm putting it into a barrel anyway. What it probably means is that I can just remove the stack upgrade. We're not going to be needing that. We can use that elsewhere. This machine is awkward, but it works. To be fair, I probably don't even need this because none of them are going to get tall enough because they're nice and fast with how they're working. But if it, on the off chance it does, it just stops any extra excess. So, sugarcane should now be going up fairly rapidly. It is. And what's the best way to turn that into sugar? Is it just going to be crafting it? I don't know if there's a way that we can get multiple from it. Not really, by the looks of it. So we can now just teach the system that I might not even need to because it's an exact recipe. Yeah, I just teach it that. There we go. And now it knows how to make sugar. So that's helpful. That does then mean, hopefully, I can start adding the interfaces upstairs with all the different ingredients we're going to be needing. So let's grab an interface. Let's grab like 10. Can we craft 10? Yeah, because we don't have to worry about redstone anymore. So I also want crafting cards. I've got 5 so far. I don't think I'll need many actually because a lot of the stuff will be already in the system crafted. But in theory, what we're going to need to add together. So to begin with, it's going to be Jaffa oranges to make Jaffa juice. Can I make that? down here. So I don't know if it consumes a glass bottle. I think it does, doesn't it? If we make a glass bottle right now, it's going to take a moment. I think it's got to process these for a couple of the machines. Yeah, it's having to go from cobblestone. So that'll take a second. But that's something I didn't think about. That's going to be a big slowdown in our system, so we're probably best off actually getting it ready. So glass bottles to then make with some oranges. That makes Jaffa juice, and by the looks of it, yes, it does consume the bottle. Okay, if I then craft this with a slime ball, we don't get those bottles back, do we? No, we don't. That's what I wanted to test. So we're going to need a large glass production, basically. Yeah, what's the best way to go about doing this then? Let's at least have a few interfaces. Do we go long ways, or... I think we're better off going long ways, aren't we? So let's try and see if there's any more of those interfaces ready. We want to have everything kind of coming together into one system. Yep, interfaces are ready. We've got a cable. And then we will make a crafting grid to put up there. That's probably a good idea, so I have to keep coming back down. Don't know how long that will likely take. Let's go along quite quickly. Come on, you can do it. 65%, 69%, 78%, 82%. It's all coming together. It's just crafting it out. There you go. So there's a crafting grid in here for us. Let's put that upstairs. We won't ever have to come back down again just to do that. So just put it like there for now. So with this, firstly, let's make sure it's synchronized. Yeah, all good. Normal and sending by amount. Perfect. That's what we want. So I'm going to tell this that I want to keep wheat in there, I suppose would be a good one to have. Because we're going to need to be making those cakes. So it's going to be eggs, sugar, and wheat. So let's do that for definite. Can I... Oh, they're not even attached at the moment, are they? So I can't take out like a stack until I have... It's just going to be a slow process of doing this until we get a bit more, and then I can go boom, 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 boom. Have a little bit more there. And then, in theory, put those together. That makes a stack, and then we can go a stack. There we go. Perfect. It's not getting it very quickly, is it? I suppose we're using that much wheat. We could do with, you know, actually crafting it out up here. What's the best, like, unpacking thing we can do? I want to use these to get wheat. What can we do? Obviously, we got the, like, the shaped crafting in, what's it called, mechanical crafters, but they don't seem like a great idea. They just seem like they're going to be too slow. But then this is fairly slow too. Alright, we'll work on that. We'll see what we need to do. Oh, in fact, it's because this also doesn't have a crafting card. So this was just taking what was being crafted for the other stuff. That's probably also slowing it down. What else are we wanting? We are wanting... eggs. I might not have any in here. No, I need to hook up that other one. So it's an external storage they're called in here, aren't they? So let's make this accessible. So we will do a better chicken farm soon, but at the moment this is just kind of doing what we need it to. Let's see where the line is here. That's nice and close. So an external storage here, set that to extract only. It's a mistake I made in some other places where I ended up with, you know, chests full of absolute random crap because it's gone and decided to place it into them. But I've gone around and fixed those, at least to the best of my knowledge. So, I should be able to teach this to... Let's take a stack of eggs. I want to improve our flight. Let's do that real quick. I think it's fairly easy. Make a flight orb. So, flight orb. How do we make that? We need a lava bucket. Do we have one of those? I don't know. We do. It's just 4 diamond blocks. Nice and easy. There you go. Flight orb. I believe that only needs to be in our inventory. It does. We have creative mode flight. That was nice and easy. So, I say we get rid of the jetpack. And what kind of chest plates can we make? I mean, I don't want any, like, diamond or anything, because it's... Oh, we'll do that, because it's a bit basic at the moment. We will need to get better armor. There we go. Just because everything's, you know, not the greatest at the moment in terms of armor. But this is much better flight. My gosh, much quicker. More to the point. So... let's add eggs into this one. And then what was the other thing we needed? Sugar, right? So, sugar into here. And add a crafting card. Should then be able to make a whole lot more of it. And this is going to be the production line for these. Can I make these Jaffa cake bases? Yes. Oh, I still need milk here, don't I? I forgot that the milk is involved in these bases. That's not ideal. So if I use... So I can use dough in its place, which obviously we've got a million times more if I heat it. But that seems like it's just an extra step I don't really want to worry about at the moment. It still needs the same amount of milk, stuff like that. So... yeah, what's the best way to get a load of milk here? I suppose it would maybe be... I haven't looked into the fluid side of refined storage. So, do I have to make a specific, like, a fluid drive? It's like the drive. I know the fluid drive, sorry, but like the fluid disk drive, or is the normal disk drive okay? No, I need fluid storage blocks, do I? I didn't think I had to do that. I thought you could just use a fluid disk. Yeah, you can use fluid storage disks. Is there a recipe within the difference between those? Doesn't seem to be. Oh wow, these are actually really easy to make. Right, let's go teach the system how to make these. We can hopefully then store a whole bunch of milk in our refined storage system. I don't know how we're going to get it out entirely, but we'll... like, how we're going to get it in, sorry, from buckets. We'll work out a way to do that. So we will go... fluid storage. So firstly, we'll teach it 64... Oh, I wasn't the right one. Yeah. Fluid storage. Take it to the 64Ks. Probably teach it how to make a bucket, shouldn't we? I don't know if it knows that at the moment. Then the 256K. So it should be able to make most of these. Is it straight to the 1024 or is there yeah, so to the 1024. And then what can we use these to make is the 4096. Seems doable. It's a lot of fluid as far as I'm aware. So... what's that then? Is that a... I accidentally made one of these green. Or is that what it's attached to? These are the parts for that, so let's just try those. Let's go and say I want a 49... what's that going to require? So, 38 buckets, that's fine. Most things here, it seems very obtainable. Let's just make one of those then. And I suppose you can just make the block. So let's teach you to make that. So, 4096. Storage block. Should know how to make everything for that. There we go. So we move everything over. Probably do this in order. So we want the 64, 256. What's 104 and then 4096. Okay. So in theory, this is fairly possible. It just needs to process a bunch of stuff. As you'll see, there's a load of sand to make glass. So then, yeah, it'll take a little while. With that, I want a fluid importers and exporters, is there? Or is it just fluid interfaces? I think it's just a fluid interface on each side. Let's try that. So at refined storage. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any fluid cables. It's just gonna be like a fluid interface, I'm pretty sure. But that's fine, we can deal with that. So let's teach this how to make a fluid interface. It's also something that it should be able to do fairly easily. So we'll put all our fluid stuff at the bottom here. There we go. So we'll just try it. So we'll go, I want 2 fluid interfaces. And it kind of finished this as 80%. It's just taken a while for that sand. Oh, this uses quite a lot of things I didn't realise. Glowstone. How are we doing for glowstone? I don't actually know. We got quite a lot. Or are we getting... No, we're getting fairly low. Can I make it? I can wash some kind of ore, but it's not really the one I'm wanting to. So refined glowstone ingots. Yeah, we're going to look into getting some more glowstone soon, but it's just a quick trick for nether and destroy the roof, basically. That's our best option. And yeah, I want to find a way to milk these cows. So if we had like Mine Factory Reloaded or like those old stuff, that would be really good. But can I... So it seems like an item drain is the best way to get it into a fluid. However, it's the question of how I milk it in the first place. I suppose probably deployers. So you got wood and copper. Can I teach this system over here to make them? I got to remember how I did it before, so I think I can go copper in there and then teach it that stripped log. So stripped oak log is the one I want. No, not that one. I want to make like 10. Should probably just get rid of those because it's the wrong one. Keep us in the right mind. So a stripped oak log and a copper ingot equals... we'll try that, see if it works. It does. Because of copper casing. So processing, stripped oak log, copper ingot. Oh, we want 1 and 1 because of copper casing. So teach it that because I don't want to have to make those. They seem awkward. Oh, I need to do that over here. In here. So there's the different casings. And from there, what were we trying to make again? It was the item drain, wasn't it? So let's teach you how to make iron bars. Everything is just going to be automated now, which is so great. Iron bars in there. And then item drain. Boom. That hopefully should be the best way to do it. I don't really know. We will find out. So now I'm going to grab some deployers. We can like, can we make like a stack? That's a lot, but it should be possible. I don't know what the best way to milk all these cows is, unless I just build a bunch of deployers over the top of them and hope that works. Yeah, so I just build them over this roof area and hope that it can just... I don't know, I don't want 64, I'll just have 64 there, but I'll like kind of stagger them and hopefully a bunch will walk underneath them. That's all I can really think. Then have it pull in and out using the A system, dump it into an item drain. We'll try that. I don't know, we'll have to see how it works. Oh, there's a bunch of things going through weirdly through here. Oh, that's polishing those. That's fine. That's correct. Is all the right stuff coming out? It is. Okay. I was worried. I saw a bunch of items there. I was like, is that correct? But yeah, that will be it, making all those things here. That's making actually quite a lot. That will take a while, I think. But that does mean, what was it we were waiting for? Our 4096K is now done. If it wasn't moving around quite as much, I could then say, what was it called again? The fluid storage block. I can make one of those. That should be really easy because it's already got that. Come on, hopefully it will do it. Oh, it should already be done. Right. Fluid storage block. I will place that into our system. I guess just on here because there's not really much else, we could do with it. So that is basically just in the system now, as far as I'm aware. Should allow us to use fluid interfaces elsewhere. Did I make those? I did, didn't I? So, should also then be able to have just a fluid interface up here. I will work out placement for those in a bit. Oh, that's not a cable. I suppose I don't need that umbrella either anymore, do I? So yeah, I can just set it to output milk. It's good. So let's take some of those deploys if they've made some. Hopefully it has. It's made 2. Okay, well it's proof of concept, right? We want importers and exporters. Do I not have any more? Did I use all of them? I swear I had loads. I made like 20 odd for up there, didn't I? Or did I? Well, that's just external storage, right? Let's make 10 more of those then. And then exporters. This could take a while because we've got other stuff going on. Yeah, we'll kind of let that do its thing. And with that as well, it's going to be more cable required. It's all using so many resources. That's the issue we have right now. Has it made either of those? It's making the importers now. That's more than we're going to need right now. Exporters are being made. Perfect. I need some more cable. That'll do me for now. So I believe... Oh, that's definitely a thing as well. It's getting stress over it. Whoa, that's a whole ass elephant. What's he selling? Anything interesting? Doesn't seem to be. I like the idea of the blobfish, but he's loud and obnoxious. So he's dead. Elephant's going to be dead. There we go. Get rid of these. Get them out of the way, basically. Hey, dropped an emerald. I'll take that. He also dropped like maggots and eggs. Oh no, I already had the eggs, I think. It's kind of funny though. So I reckon if we placed... I don't know how this is going to work entirely. It's going to be fully just testing. I think it needs to be one higher. Does it? I don't know. We'll try ones at different heights. Can I just do that? No. It's going to be... How do I do that? Is it from the back? No. Right. We'll just pick that up. So we'll try it like that height and this height. I'm pretty certain it's not going to be from this height. Oh, it's because I shift right click. There you go. So we'll try both heights. It's a way of making like... I think there is a way of using electricity to run it right, because I should have electricity over there. Is there a motor, is it? There is an electric motor. Oh no, it's a nightmare to make though. I don't know if I can be bothered to make an electric motor right now. We'll have to run them on something else to begin with. I don't know. I think that's an issue for another time. I want to test it first. I want to go into my test world, test it at some point. But thankfully we managed to get this system over here working. Oh, hello. That hurts. That's taken in. We're now starting to work on pulling liquids into our system, which is amazing. We have a new method of flight, which is even better. What else did we do today? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, set up auto crafting for a bunch of stuff. And we are just getting way closer to our future goals. Anyway, on that note, that actually much more positive note than last time, I have been Thundie and you have been absolutely wonderful. I will see you very soon. Bye!